Good afternoon and welcome to Sports Palava. My name is Ken Ochonogo. We are not at the FIFA headquarters here, but then we are close to it. The world is shaking earthquaking events, and then you ask yourself, how will it develop from here? Joseph Blatter, who has been there for 40, how many years? 17 as president, 17 as secretary general. Before then, 40 years. But then he says, I'm trying to toil for the good of the game. So those events are developing. But how will it affect what is happening on June the 6th in Berlin? That is where we are. That is where we are going to. Because two super heavyweights of European football. The old lady of Turin is taking up arguably the people's choice when it comes to knocking the game around, scientifically beautiful to watch. FC Barcelona, the guys from the Catalans from Camp Nou. So, on June the 6th, Champions League final, we are going to have a situation where both teams are gunning for the treble. Barcelona, they won the league. They beat Atletico Bilbao. That is the domestic double. And then Juve, they won the league. And they beat Lazio. That is a domestic double. So whoever wins, whoever triumphs in Berlin becomes not just the Champions League winner, but also the winner of a treble. Remember that in 2009, Barcelona went on to win, is it? Anyway, 6 titles, I don't know. I want to say Queen, because Queen is 5. So we are moving to that particular level where who rules Europe? Who rules world football? Will it be Barcelona or will it be Juve? Who plays home? Let me start from the Catalan, because everybody's talking about MSN, talking about 120 goals scored, talking about demolition men, talking about having an alien among the midst of men. So, Teófilos Abunlao, he's a Catalan. Theo, how are you?
I'm good. Yeah, good afternoon, Ken. Good afternoon, Nadi. 58 goals. That's what Lionel Messi has scored this season. 38. That's what Neymar has scored this season. And of course, Suarez has scored 24 goals. Messi has 27 assists. Neymar has 7. And Suarez has 17. If you put the goals together, they scored 120 goals this season. Lionel Messi's goal against Atletico Bilbao actually surpassed the record that BBC set. That is Benzema, Bale, and Cristiano last season for the highest number of goals scored by a front line. Now, you look at the number of goals these boys have scored, and you begin to wonder to yourself that who can stop them? Are they stoppable? Can you bring these guys? Can you limit them? You know, when we were on our way, I told you something. I said, like a tricycle trying to compete with a train. Like, you can't stop a moving train. The way Barcelona are moving, and the guys behind them, talking about Rakitic, talking about Andres Iniesta, talking about Sergio Busquets, who's one of the best defensive midfielders in the world, looking at the goalkeeper in form of either Ter Stegen or Claudio Bravo. At the rate Barcelona are going, come June the 6th in Berlin, they're going to upset the old lady and win the Champions League.
Well, I like, because Nodi listened to everything you are saying, and then he has a right to reply. Nodi Okonta, he said, who can stop Barcelona? Who can stop Barcelona? 120 goals. Are they stoppable?
Let me say good afternoon to him first. Respect begets respect, after he greeted me. Who can stop Barcelona? They've been stopped before. The last time they won the Champions League was 2011. Yeah. So what happened between 2011 and 2024 4 seasons down the line? So who can stop Barcelona? I think there's something we need to state here. Olympic Stadium in Berlin is the venue. 2006 World Cup, we have 2 players who hit history at that venue. They are back again. And Barcelona is on their way. And they're like a moving train. And the 2 of them, one the goalkeeper and the other one, there's a name we call him Sojinu midfielder. That's 100 PLO. I think that's what Barcelona should be scared of.
So Ginu, he says, and he said there is a Buffon, and there is arguably the man they call the best defender in the world, Giorgio Chiellini. Not just his stopping, but his passing. 773 passes he has done this season. I mean, just third in the terms of passing terms. They stopped Real Madrid. What makes you think that they cannot stop Barcelona?
Yeah, they stopped the Real Madrid team that are actually struggling for form. If you look at Real Madrid, the build up onto the semi-final game, they were not really as impressive.
But remember, Real Madrid has won the Champions League for 10 times.
It doesn't
the
matter.
most by any club.
Prior to them winning the Champions League for the 10th time, they had not won it since 2004.
The most by every club. The most by every club. Mind you, nobody beat Barcelona. It was when Barcelona got to the quarterfinals that everybody is beginning to look at Barcelona.
I remember
nobody beat Barcelona.
On this show, sometime last year.
Nobody beat Barcelona.
On this show, sometime last year.
The fourth team. Only one team that was tipped to win the Champions League, and that's Real Madrid. And that was the team Juventus took out.
And what happened?
What
happened to Real Madrid as of December?
As of December, it doesn't matter. Even at this point, let me tell you,
I could not play in the Spanish capital. Went to Juventus.
Let me be sarcastic. Let me be sarcastic this time. Even if Real Madrid is out, they will still tip them to win the Champions League. So they'll tell you how.
So Juventus to take them out. Put the 120 goals I mentioned.
Those ones are goals. You can't go, you may not win.
Goals win games.
Mind you, Juventus seems to be the least considering.
Okay.
And in terms of scoring goals, how many have they scored? But they're in the final. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They've scored more goals. They've scored more goals. That's what I'm saying. How many have you considered?
Have you seen Lionel Messi play recently? Did you watch?
We know Lionel Messi weekend. Even FIFA 15, PS1 and PS2 recognize Messi. We all know him. That's the truth of the matter. PS1 and PS2 recognize Messi. So that's the truth of the matter. But let me tell you, you mentioned Buffon. I'm saying Olympic Stadium in Berlin is the venue.
Yes.
When
in 2006
when France and Italy played the final, nobody tipped Italy. Italy took out Germany. But these two players are still alive. Mention anybody from that Barcelona team that was in the final that year.
You can also talk about 2010. Though. I can mention that Barcelona players in the final that year.
I'm letting venues.
Forget the venue. Even Bayern Munich lost the Champions League in their own home.
I'm letting venues and individuals.
It doesn't matter.
It matters a lot. When they say Thunder cannot strike twice,
look at this one just on the screen now.
Let me ask you this. Who are saying it's going to be a swan song? Xavi, one of the best players to have ever, kicked the ladder, and that will be his last match for Barcelona.
That's the way the last match for Jurgen Klopp.
No. You can't take that away from him. He was like that at Wolfsburg.
What's the point about him? People have recognize him. That's a fact. He may not start. That's going to be a major challenge for Barcelona.
Okay. Let us look at the team. An aging Buffon. People say
an aging Buffon, you have not considered more goals than